In continuation of where we left, now we're going to talk about managing backlog. What is backlog and how do we manage it? Development and implementation of backlog management will result in better utilization of manpower, an aim that all organizations want to have. And this is where we are with the backlog. Backlog management. Now, before we start to go through the slide, let's explain the concept of a backlog. What is it? Is it good to have? Is it bad to have? And how do we manage it? Backlog is like a reservoir. It's like a tank where you can store things in it and remove things from it to balance the flow of workload, to balance the workload with the work capacity. So if you have too much work, then you can manage. Your best bet is to keep it in a reservoir. That reservoir is called backlog. Because there will be time when you're going to have less work than capacity. And that is the time when you draw out from this reservoir to keep your people fully engaged and fully utilized. So you basically use this backlog concept as a reservoir to enable the balancing of workload with work capacity. Your aim is to maximize the utilization of your resources, and you need backlog to help you achieve that, like stabilizing, like when you have a tank of fluid for stabilizing the pressure in the line. So backlog management, once the notification is complete and accurate, it is sent to planning. If the job is not urgent, it goes into the backlog with a labor estimate for later call-up during scheduling. The best practice of backlog is to have between 5 and 7 weeks of work on hand. So you always have something in the reservoir to make sure that your resources are kept fully utilized. That is, with the average amount of labor availability for a week, maintenance could work down all existing jobs within 5 to 7 weeks. Two types of backlog: ready and planned, waiting to be scheduled. And the other type is identified but not planned. So why is it important? What should not be kept in the backlog? Backlog is an important tool in that it provides a picture of all work identified but not yet executed. It also shows whether we are able to manage the workload efficiently. If our backlog, for example, is always way too much, it means that we cannot cope. Or if our backlog is way too little, it means we have too many resources. So backlog is a good indicator for making sure that we can balance between workload and work capacity.